What does Montana Tech, yes sir, mean to you? Yes sir.
Well, number 20, what was his number? Number 24, a kid by the name of Drew Hughes. His father played for me at Montana Tech. Drew's a good player, but he's not as good as his dad. His dad was an All-American. Went to Missoula Hellgate High School. I think Missoula Hellgate. I remember, it was 40 years ago. Coach Hyatt's doing a really good job. It reminds me of some of our teams. All we have is play hard. That's what we did good. Play hard. I have good players. Coach Hyatt's doing it the right way. He's got a good inside guy, number 20. He's got number 10 and number 1. Both those are good players. But they play the same. They started off playing hard, and they wind up they ended playing hard. I'm sure Coach Hyatt's proud of his team. But that's where Karen and I started. We were 24 years old. We didn't know whether he was pitching or catching. He was making about $10,000 a year, which is pretty good for me right then. It's where I got my start. Most of the guys, Vic Burt, he was instrumental in just about everything I did, but Butte's an old mining town. It's got great people, fiercely loyal, and those Montanans are tough people that love their states, and they love their town, they love their families. I always respected that about them.
I got the mic. Anybody needs the mic?
Raise your hand, please.
Sounds good.
Andy?
Hey, Kelvin. I know, obviously, first exhibition game, but are there any takeaways that you could get from that game or something?
Sure. I mean, that's why we play it. We don't play it for necessarily a result, but just getting Javier on the floor, getting Ramon on the floor. All the new guys. Look at last year's team when it ended. And look at the team where it is now. That's the difference. Experience. We need to play games. I think we'll improve every time we come out of the locker room, go on the court. We're going to get a little bit better each game. There's a lot of you play for one team for 4 years, and all of a sudden you're with a new bunch of teammates, new coaches, new terminology, new everything. It takes a while to get adjusted to those kind of things. But I've seen a lot of exhibition games. I don't know if this one's any different than any one I've ever seen. I don't look at it any different. We've got to use it as a base from which to grow. Key now is growth. Just got to keep growing.
Kelvin, earlier in the week you talked about Jamal's confidence and how you've seen that grow, and today he seemed pretty confident as a distributor, dishing out 8 or 9 assists. What did you think of how he, handled that role when he was in there tonight?
Yeah, Jamal's important to this team. Equally important on defense, though. I didn't think he was very good defensively tonight. A lot of times when you start building your lead up, kids start, they play the game based on the score, especially when you're a freshman. But Jamal's a freshman. J1 Roberts a freshman. We have so many new guys, new freshmen. They're going to get better. Jamal's has really improved offensively from last year. Then Marcus threw him a great pass and he banged the 3. Made some nice passes, but his defense and offense to me has to get even. Right now his offense ahead of his defense, and that's not good enough.
Question?
Fabian, for you, coming in previously, your coaches have said that really you've really seemed kind of zoned in coming into this season, and kind of obviously you've been here a while, so you know how to approach it. But from your standpoint, how have you taken an approach to coming into this season? Is there something that you really focused on in the off season, or how has it been since starting?
I'm just trying to have a good season with my teammates, and everybody has moved up in their roles, so I'm the leader now, so I gotta act like a leader. So if I'm not focused, locked in every day, then that means we're not going to be focused, locked in every day. And I just try to lead by example, best of my ability, and try to use my voice too to lead. But my goal is just have a great season and maybe hopefully run it back, but take it game by game, really.
Marcus, there's a lot of new guys at the guard position for y'all this year. Just playing in an exhibition game like this, just help with that comfort level of building that chemistry as you're able to, get some live action against a team that's not yourself.
Yeah, every day we've been competing against each other in practice, so it felt good out there to finally play against somebody else and, really just build our chemistry as a guard group. And I feel like that's every game we play, and like Coach said, we'll just keep building on with our chemistry. So, yeah.
Marcus, for you, obviously you had a good shooting night today, but coming into the off season, into this season, is there something, one area that you focus on throughout the off season that you really want to improve on?
Just being an all-around point guard, really, playmaking, knowing when to be aggressive, knowing when to get my teammates involved. And another big one is rebounding, defensive rebounding. So really I went into this offseason just trying to be an all-around guard instead of just worried about scoring.
This is for both Kelvin and Fabian. First, Kelvin, I know you talked about wanting to see, some of these guys play in live action, and Josh, you got to see him, and he established himself down low. What did you think of his performance? And Fabian, what has a guy like Josh meant to the big group, and sort of what it's like playing with him?
Josh, he has scoring and size and rebounding, because last year they had that good of scoring inside, especially in the big position. So his big body, able to get position and able to have soft touch around the rim really helps us, and it helps us with our rebounding too.
Yeah, well, we've been watching him in practice, and we played against Josh. I think for 3 years when he was at UConn, so we knew what we were getting, and I think we're going to get the best version of him. Like all these kids, this game will serve as a launching pad. We'll go watch film, correct our mistakes. We're still driving culture. We're still driving things that we've won with in the past with guys that have never played for us. They're not machines. You just don't, put a penny in the machine and turn it and bubble gum comes out. It doesn't work that way. It takes time. That's not the way it works. That's why this team should not be compared to any other team. The biggest thief to joy sometimes is comparison. So I want this team to run their own race, find their own joy, be who they are, and grow from their mistakes their way. I really like this team. They may not think it sometimes, but I do. But I'm not going to let them settle. I don't believe in mediocrity. I'm going to be, and our program is good. We have a really good program. Sometimes the enemy of great is good. You get good, and I don't want to settle. I want to be, get to that next step. Can we do it? I don't know. There's 357 teams right now. I don't think they can make the NCAA tournament. It's hard to win a game. I never lose sight of that. The problem is when you win so much, you start taking it for granted. You wonder why this or why that. I don't. I've done this for 40 years. It's hard to win a game. We get the great programs in the country last year that didn't make the tournament. That shows you how hard it is. So we're going to run our race. We're going to run it our way. But when it comes time to get to the finish line, I want us to be the best version of ourselves we can be.
Got time for a couple more.
Kelvin, Tremont Mark didn't play today. Was that more precautionary, or is that something that could go into the season?
Well, I don't know. I'm not a doctor. So, but I don't like our guys to play with injuries. Now, pain I don't mind. They all got to play with some pain. Pain's an opinion. Some people have a high opinion of it. Some people have a low opinion of it. Look at this young man sitting to my left. Towards ACL. completely tore his ACL, and he's out there in February. That doesn't happen very often. But, you know, Fabian's got a very low opinion of pain. But Tremon's is had some shoulder issues that's just popped up. That was increasingly bothering him, and we said, let's just shut him down until the pain goes away. How long that'll be, I don't know. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the guys I have and getting them ready to go.
Anything else? Coach Marcus, Fabian, thank you very much.